and good morning. My name is Abby. This is Cookies and Crochet, and I am back with another video for you today. I know it's been a while. Had lots of things going on. Life happens. So anyway, but I'm back. I am back here today. Praise the Lord. I've been having some trouble with my eyes. Well, actually just my right eye. So anyway, it is doing better, but I had some rough days. Some irritation and some sensitivity to light and some other issues. So anyway, I am doing better. So if I'm a little squinty, that's why. So, and I'm not wearing any mascara, so anyway, just bear with me. I'm grateful that I can film today because Monday was pretty bad. So anyway, just going to be thankful that I can be with you today. So let's see, what do I have to share with you today? Well, I have, let's see, two finished objects, one in knitting, I have one in sewing. I have a shop update to share with you. I have 2 works in progress to share. And I did finally weave in all those ends for my knit sock. And I'm actually wearing them. You can't see them, but I'm wearing my knit socks right now on my feet. I have not washed them yet. I still need to wash them. But I thought for the fun of it. And I'm also wearing my Tammy sweater that I shared about. I made, when did I finish this? Last fall, I think I finished this. It's kind of chilly today. We had some warm temperatures, some warm, a few days where it was unusually warm. And then it kind of it got chilly again, so I was like, well, I'll just wear my sweater and my socks. And I've got my cup of coffee. I hope you have a cup of something to enjoy while we share all the crafty goodness we have to share today. So we will just jump right in because I have lots to share and I don't want to run out on my time. I will apologize. I have to tell you something funny. I had filmed a couple excerpts of me winding some yarn and weaving in ends and making stitch markers and stuff. And when I went to my camera, because it said my memory card was full, and there's 2 options. You can either go through and select the files that you want to delete, or it said select all, which I thought was for just, you know, a particular day, because it's in segments by the day of your filming. So I thought, well, if I can just delete all the segments or all the files on one day, I can just go through and delete things much quicker. That was not the case. It actually deleted everything on the card. Everything. So I have nothing. I have nothing from a year of, well, how long have I had this camera? I can't remember how long I've had this camera. My brother actually purchased this camera and gave it to me. So grateful for that. Thank you, Mike. It's wonderful. But yeah, maybe not a year. I don't think I've had it a year. Maybe 6 months or so. But yeah, it deleted all my videos. All of them. So, okay, well, lesson learned, right? Next time I will just go through and delete them one at a time. Okay, so what should we talk about first? Oh, my Tammy sweater. Let's see, this is from The Secret Yarnery. It is a tutorial of Krista's. You can go and search through her playlist, I believe, called the Tammy Sweater. It was for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I used the Yarn Bee Sugarwheel. I used Go-Go Cocoa and Warm Gingerbread. Those are the 2 colorways that I used. It is a humongous sweater. The sleeves are actually way too long for me, but it's very cozy. It's very comfy. I'll show you the back really quick. I really do like this sweater. It is fun to, you know, just throw on with a pair of sweatpants and just sit on the couch in, you know, when it's cold and drink a cup of hot cocoa. It's really nice. This was my first cardigan also. So, but I really love the, this is front post and back post double crochet, which I had not done before. And it's on the sleeves as well for the cuff. But I love the texture and I love the look of it. It is absolutely beautiful. And I will link the video down below that where I shared about this and did kind of like a little, what do they call it? I don't know, a little fashion show almost in my backyard where you can see it a little better because you can't really see all of it right now, but yeah, there it is. So yeah, I ran out of the warm gingerbread. That's what I started out with. And I went back to get more and they didn't have any. So that's when I had to improvise because I'm always running out of yarn. Had to improvise and I picked another colorway that they had there at Hobby Lobby that I thought would look okay with it. And it was the Go-Go Cocoa, which I think it turned out okay. It's a fall sweater. These are fall colors. I think it's fine, but I would have liked it if it was all in one colorway. The warm gingerbread was my favorite. I think I had 3 or 4 of the cakes of it, but it is a large sweater, so I think it took about 5 or almost 6 cakes to make. So, all right. What shall we do? Let's move on to finished objects. I have a finished object in knitting to share with you, which is my daughter's hat. Isn't it cute? I really love it. This one turned out much better than the first one I tried. I'll show you the first one in case you didn't see that video. This was the first knit hat I tried, and this is for my oldest daughter, who is 7. And as you can see, we had to change the pom-pom. The white fluffy one it just kept getting loose and it looked silly and floppy. So I had actually bought this faux firm pom-pom for one of my hats, but I just gave it to her because her favorite color is red. So that looks much better, but it is attached with a button on the inside of the hat. And I will share the back seam. When it said to sew it up or seam it up, I did not turn the hat inside out and do it from the inside. I did it from the outside, which I'm not sure why I did that, but I did. But that's why it looks so bumpy, and it was too short, so I added the bottom layer also. But anyway, so with this hat, this is for my youngest daughter. What I did was, when I was done with the hat, I turned it inside out and seamed it from the inside, and that turned out much better, much better. It's cleaner, it's flat, it's not perfect, but it's much better than the other one. So I felt bad because, you know, how my other daughters looked, and I said, you know, if you want me to, Mommy will make you a new hat, you know, better this time. And she said, no, Mommy, I like it just the way it is. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, and this hat was much easier to add on the pom-pom because it has the elastic attachment. So let me so I sewed the button on, this plastic button. Let me see if I can get it off. So they have just these little elastic kind of rubber bands, and you just put it through the top of the hat, and then you wrap it around the button like twice. Twice was good enough, and it holds it so it's not flopping around. See, it stays up there pretty well. So anyway, the yarn I used for this hat is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and it is in the colorway Rainbow, and I just love that. I love how it gradually, the shades kind of fade. It's really pretty. I love that. And it fit my hat, it fit my daughter's head just right. It wasn't too short, wasn't too long. So anyway, I really am pleased with how this one turned out. And this one, the yarn I used was the Red Heart Roll With It tweed in the colorway Modern Pastel. And because it was too short when I finished it, I just picked up stitches along the bottom ribbing and just did like 4 more rows of the knit 1, purl 1 ribbing, or knit 2, purl 2 ribbing. So that made it long enough so it fit her head better. So very good there. Okay, so since I finished her hat, I started my hat. I started my crochet hat, and I'm not done with it. I'm about halfway through with it. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm at My Cookies and Crochet on Instagram, and I shared a picture of this as a mystery make, and I let people guess what they thought it was. And someone said a cowl, someone else said, what was the other guess? There was another guess. But anyway, finally somebody guessed it's a hat. Because it doesn't look like a hat, it's flat. But anyway, yeah, it's beautiful. It's the star stitch. Oh my goodness, I love this star stitch. And this is a tutorial here on YouTube. It's a free tutorial from Nastasia, and I will link it down below. And anyway, but yeah, when you're done, you seam it at the top and then add the pom-pom. The pom-pom I got to put on this is this lovely bright blue, or royal blue. And then the yarn I'm using is the Caron Simply Soft Party, and the colorway, you're never going to guess the name for this, Silver Sparkle, because it's got the sparkles in it. Can you see? Yeah. So anyway, I thought was pretty for a star stitch to have sparkles, you know. So I will share that when I get it done. Something I can wear. Hopefully, we're not done with all the cold weather yet. Hopefully it will get cold again, because, you know, well, we're about the middle of March now. If not, I can wear it. No, next fall. That's fine. But I do want to get it done. I am determined to get it done. And it's a 2-row repeat. It's not difficult. And it's really, really pretty. It's a good tutorial. Very, very clear and easy to follow. Okay, so the other, okay, so that is a crochet whip. I'm sorry. The other whip I have to share, I'm looking for the little bucket. Didn't I bring in, I thought I brought in the little bucket. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I have been working on my candy stripe blanket. I had not worked on it for quite a while, but I did put some rows on it. So this is what I've been working on. I think last time I just got up to the colors here, the first round of colors. So I'm doing every other row and then 2 rows of this coloring, which is a variegated yarn, and I'll share it in just a minute. So I've done 2 more segments. And it is a very long blanket. It's about the length of my couch. It's about 6 feet long. It's going to be a long blanket. But this will be great to use in our living room. And I also did a tutorial for this, free tutorial. It is a remake of the blanket that was made by my great grandmother and given to my parents when they were married back in 1973. I think is when they were married, 1973. So it is, yeah, and the Afghan was passed down to me, and it is kind of coming apart. So I could not find a pattern for it. I looked all over the internet. I looked on YouTube. I looked on Pinterest. I looked everywhere I could think of to find a pattern for it. I could not, so I just looked at the Afghan itself. I counted the stitches and just remade it. And then I made a tutorial for it, and I call it the candy stripe blanket because I don't know, it just reminds me of candy, the colors, the variegated yarn. But anyway, so the yarn I'm using, I am using the Hirschner's Aran yarn, and I'm almost out of that. This color is oatmeal, so that's kind of the beige color, and then the cream color, and my hook is all tangled up in the yarn, is also Hirschner's, and I'm almost out of this too. This colorway is just Aran, so it's kind of like a off-white or something. So I'm using that in the neutral tones, and then the color is this. I love this, by the way, Red Heart Hello Gorgeous, and the colorway I believe is Sedona. Yes, Sedona. But I just love how it kind of goes from light to dark. I'll show you that. See, it kind of starts out light, and then it gets into these real darks, and then it goes light again. It's just, it looks like I'm using all different, I don't know, I just love it. It just, the dimensions of this, and I love the texture of it. This spiked single crochet, and then in the back loop, I mean, the textures are just amazing. So anyway, that's why I didn't want to use too many colors. I wanted the texture to show up, you know, to be as, what am I thinking? I wanted the textures to be, you know, a big part of it. But the colors are really pretty too. So anyway, wanted them to be visible. That's it, visible. I want the textures. I wanted the textures to really show up, you know, so that's why I'm not using that variegated throughout. Okay, so that has been actually really fun to work on because really all I have to do is count, make sure to count. But other than that, it's just single crochets and then spike single crochets. And then changing your yarn every row, but I can sit and watch a movie and do that, because it's a long blanket, so a row is like a lot. It takes you a long time, so watching a movie and doing this, so soft. Anyway, it's been fun to work on. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me share my finished object in sewing, and then I forgot to tell you I have a couple acquisitions I wanted to share with you. I'm really kind of excited to share some acquisitions that I found when I was at an antique store, because you know I love antiques. And I did find something special. So, but let me share my finished object in sewing. I made this tote. I'm trying out, I was able to get a new sewing machine. I found it actually marked down at Joann's after Christmas. So I was able to get a new sewing machine that can do a little bit more as far as extra stitching, special stitching and stuff than the last one. So I've been trying that out and also doing some piecing. So I made this bag, this large tote, and made this for my mom and gave it to her, and she actually asked if I could make a long strap so she could wear it you know, across her body. So I'm going to add a strap for that. I actually made it kind of as a project bag because she makes lots of baby blankets. But she said she actually wants to use it as a purse. So she'd like it to go across her body. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm going to add a strap to it and give it to her. So she's like, hey, I needed a summer purse. So that's perfect. So that worked out. So that's one finished object. And then, oh, let me do my shop update really quick. I will have more things coming, but this is all I have right now. By the way, I just want to thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. I'm still learning a lot of things and trying to get things set up, but I have my Instagram shop, which is linked to my Instagram, My Cookies and Crochet on Instagram. So it's connected there. So if you find me, like My Cookies and Crochet on Instagram, it'll be in my bio. You can go directly to, and it's called Bags by Abby. But I also created a Facebook page because some ladies from our church were interested in my bags, but they said they're not on Instagram. So I created a Facebook page, Bags by Abby, and that is connected to our Facebook group. So if you are in our Facebook group, Cookies and Crochet, it is connected. You can go to the members. It's there. It's linked. So you can get there either way. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, it's linked. All there. So anyway, I'm still learning all the ins and outs of this. But anyway, or if you're not on either and you still want to purchase, like I've said before, you can always email me, and I will put my email address here on the screen, mycookiesandcrochet@gmail.com. And right now, primarily, I am doing through PayPal. So if you're interested in purchasing, you can do that. You can do it that way also. So this is one of the triangle pouches that I made. I am calling this the lemonade stand because, oh, and this cute little stitch marker is included. I made that. Or if you don't want to use it as a stitch marker, it can be just a little zipper pull. And on the inside is this lovely lemon fabric, which I think is so cute and springy or summery. And it has a ribbon handle. So you can actually use this as a little wrist bag if you want, or not. Just, it can sit flat. Very handy for little projects. If you make amigurumi, these are perfect, little small things, little pieces of yarn and stuff. I use it for socks, my daughter's socks. So anything small like that, I love them. They are really cute and handy. So this is for $15. This is for sale. Okay, so let's move on to, oh, no, I'm sorry. One more thing. I also have some stitch marker sets that I've added to the shop. So they are live as of yesterday. So there are 3 sets. I'm selling them 3 for $10. So here I'll just show a few. I'm not going to sit here and show you all of them, but here's a few stitch markers that are available. This is a little ice cream, little cup of ice cream. There are so cute. There's a little coffee, kind of looks like a Starbucks coffee right there. You can see that. I think they're so cute. And then I almost wanted to keep this for myself because this is, if my daughter saw this, she would steal it because her favorite is a chocolate donut. So anyway, yeah, go check them out if you're interested. There are 3 sets, and they are available now if you're interested. Okay, so that is my shop update. Okay, so let's move on to acquisitions, okay? So I went to a antique store, and I just like to wander around and kind of look and see if I find anything interesting. Well, I did. I found some vintage knitting books. It was all in a bundle. So there's Learn to Knit in Just One Day. Then there was Knitting Techniques and Projects, this book. And then in the very back was Tatting for Today. Now, I don't tat. I don't plan to ever tat, but it was I do have a friend that does, or did. So it was interesting to look through. It was very, very, very cool. But anyway, so in searching through these books, I found a mitten project. Actually, they're on the back, right there. Those mittens right there. I would like to make those. But it called for, there's some very interesting projects in here, let me tell you. So it calls for is it chunky? Bulky weight yarn in these 3 colors. Bulky weight. So anyway, I had to go to Hobby Lobby to get something for a friend, and so I saw that I Love This yarn has a new, I don't know if it's brand new or if I just haven't seen it before, but it's called I Love This Wool, and it is natural. Natural is pure and simple. And I was like, oh, and these were the colors for the mittens. So I picked them up, 1 ball of each. So this colorway is, so this is 100% wool. And what weight is it? It's a 4, it's a medium. So it's probably not actually bulky. That would be worsted. Oh well, oh well. I'm trying to find the colorway here. Cocoa. Okay, so this is Cocoa. Focus, Abby. This is Umber, which, you know, I love naturals, neutral colors. And then this one is Biscuit, which I think is so cute. I love that name, Biscuit. And then this one is, where did it go? Oh, Ivory. So I got those 4 to try out those mittens. Aren't those pretty? I love that. I'm so excited. Oh, and I also found, I'm going to make my daughter, when I finish my crochet hat, I'm going to start on my other daughter's mittens, crochet mittens. And I found this when I was at Joann's, because my daughter's coat is blue, and so I didn't want to make her those this is what I used for my first daughter's mittens, which it would still look okay, but I really wanted it to match her coat, so I got this. So this is the Comfy Cotton Blend by Lion Brand, and this colorway is Ocean Breeze. This colorway I used for the first pair of mittens, and this is called Flower Garden. So, and let's see, they are 50% cotton and 50% polyester. So, there you go. Okay. Oh, I have 3 more acquisitions. So I really want to try the Magic Loop method of knitting socks. Again, I've tried it before, didn't work. I don't think my cord was long enough, okay? That is the real reason, okay? So, but I also want, my main goal is to someday be able to knit 2 at a time. Knit 2 socks at a time so I don't have that second sock syndrome. Right. So I went to this specialty yarn store here in town where I know they have the extra long needles, because the main stores really don't have that. They just have kind of general size needles. But anyway, they had some of their yarn 50% off. So I picked up, this is by Knit One Crochet 2. These are tie-dye socks, skinny stripes. Isn't that color? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This colorway is called Oh, it doesn't have a name. It's just color 2639. That makes me sad. No, it's called Coral Sea. Coral Sea. And I'm trying to, oh, it's 80% superwash wool and 20% nylon. So I thought that was pretty. 50% off! And then the other one, this is also by Knit One Crochet Two, which comes out of Windham, Maine. Ooh. This is tie-dye socks. Let me see if I can get it good. Ooh, pretty. Isn't that pretty? This is superwash wool and nylon. And the color is Panama. Isn't that pretty? Wow. And then the third one I found, I've been really wanting the West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. They had some new colorways come out with Winwick Mum. She had 4 new colorways come out, and I really am wanting them, but they didn't have her new ones, but that's okay. I found this really pretty, this is Signature 4-ply, which is a really light blue, different shades of blue and white, and this colorway is Delphinium. The tag cuts off, so I can't, let me see, it's on another way. I think it's Delphinium. But anyway, it is 75% wool and 25% nylon. But isn't that gorgeous? I just love how that looks. Okay, yay! So those are my 3 acquisitions. Okay, I think that is all I had to share. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed rest of your week. Today is Wednesday, right? Okay. All right, thank you for all your support, and thank you for your comments and your thumbs up and your subscription here. I appreciate it so much. And like I said, you can find me on those other places, Instagram and Facebook page, Facebook group. I'm there, or you can email me. So, all right, take care. God bless. I will see you in the next video. Bye.